Yo, what is up guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is George, aka Beamer Boy. So yeah, today I just wanted to make a video about specifically why I chose to buy an M4, all the things I considered, all the other cars I considered in the market. Let's go outside and give you guys an overview of the car. Alright guys, so this is my 2017 BMW M4. So this is finished in individual tanzanite blue metallic paint. For those who don't understand, individual is, it's not a common paint. You have to option it out from factory. You have to pay extra for it. So very nice paint. I love it. Better than my black car for sure, for my old car. So this is also the LCI model. So alright guys, for those who don't understand, LCI basically just means life cycle impulse, or better yet, facelift. So it's just going to be a refresh of the design or some features. Yeah, it comes with the icons. It has the LCI tail lights, and then if you come around here, you'll see we have the 763 wheels. These are 19s at the front, 20s at the back, so these are a staggered setup. And if you can see, peeking through the back, these gold calipers. So this car has the optional carbon ceramic brakes. I believe they're about 10,000 euro extra from factory. So yeah, very nice, very big. And then if we come around the back here, just typical M4 rear end. Got the small carbon fiber lip, and then we also have black badge, and then we have the LCI tail lights, blacked out exhaust tips, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you come over here to the interior, don't mind the mess, we've got the full carbon fiber interior. So all of this carbon fiber, the gear shift carbon fiber, nice Alcantara here. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got a head-up display, Harman Kardon speakers. They're very nice. Overall, very good spec car. I got pretty lucky with this one, to be fair. Alright guys, so for those who don't know, so these M4s, these come with BMW's S55 engine. So this is the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder. This one pushes around 430 horsepower, whereas the comp comes with around 450 from factory. And this one comes with the 7-speed DCT gearbox. So this one doesn't have the manual. So yeah, 7-speed DCT, 430 horsepower, rear wheel drive. It's honestly such a beast. It drives insane, handles so well. Even for a stock suspension, nothing's been done. Handles amazing, drives amazing. And it's not that bad. It's not that bad in regards to fuel economy, honestly. I honestly thought it'd be way worse, but it's been okay. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as my 420D, which would get like 900 kilometers on a single tank. But yeah, considering how much power this has, the MPG is not that bad. I've got a lot of people asking me about how bad the fuel economy is on this, and I always tell them it's actually not that bad. So for a daily, it's doable. But we're gonna be getting a second car hopefully soon, so I could drive that instead. If you guys can hear the wind, that's my bad. It's so windy today. I chose the worst day to film. Like, look. Okay, anyway. Now that we've spoken about the M4, why I love it, now I'm going to talk about the other cars, the other alternatives that I almost went with instead of the M4. We'll go through them one by one, and then we'll decide if I made the right choice of getting this car. So today is actually a couple weeks later from the last clip that you've seen. After that video, we tried to record some more clips in a different location, but it was just too windy. So yeah, here we are again. We're actually in the car now, so we can't hear the wind this time. So hopefully the audio is good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go through the other cars that I was considering while shopping around for this M4. There's a few I had in mind. I have listed them here now, and the reasons why I didn't pick that car over the M4. Right guys, so before we do that, I actually just wanted to quickly show you guys something. So here I have in my phone a Apple Note, and basically what it is my dream car checklist. So basically what it is you can kind of call it a vision board. What I have here is a checklist of what cars I was considering and what I would like those cars to have spec wise, color and everything like that. Just a good thing to do, put it on paper to, you know, be able to manifest it, look back at it, and when you're shopping around for cars, you can kind of go back to this and check to see if the car you're looking at has these features, if you're okay with compromising, if you're okay with a different color, different spec, and everything like that. But yeah, I recommend anybody who is looking at cars or anything at all, make a checklist, write it down, just so that when you need it, it's there. Just wanted to show you guys that. And of course, the number one is the BMW M4. I had a budget of around 50 grand. I wanted a competition, a DCT, LCI, had my preferred colors. As you can see, prefer any individual colors. We got that for sure. Yeah, just a few more things, nothing crazy, but just thought I'd show you guys that before we go through the rest of the cars that I was considering. So the first car, and I guess I would say the main competitor to the M4 that I was really considering, was the Mercedes-Benz AMG C63. Now, I love this car. I still do, and I still would love to own this car one day. It just looks so sleek. It has that elegant look, but also looks very, very aggressive with the right mods, the right styling and everything. Yeah, I think it just looks 10 out of 10. And the main thing about it is that engine. I think it's a 4.4 liter or 4 liter V8. It just sounds insane. Can't compare a V8 to, you know, this inline six, but yeah, it just sounds like a monster, honestly. Yeah, really got me tempted in getting one of those. Also the interior of those, especially the facelift ones, I think are actually a lot better than the F chassis F80s, F8X. I think they just look a little bit more modern, you know, with the bigger screen, the digital dash and everything. But the only thing about it, unfortunately, and to be honest, if these two were the same, I would have actually picked the AMG over the M4, and that thing is the price. In Ireland, the C63s, similar spec, similar year, are so much more money compared to the M4s. I think they're at least 10 to 15 grand more. Other thing is the daily drivability of one of those. I know it's not really the main thing people look at when buying one of these sports cars, but since I am dailying this car for now, I needed something that wouldn't break the bank in terms of the MPG. And from what I've heard, those cars get like not the best MPG, especially with that V8. If in another world where these AMGs are similar price to the M4s, F82s, you might see me in a C63. So the next one on the list is actually the same car pretty much, but it is the F80 M3. As you guys know, the F80, F82, M3, M4s are basically the same car, except the M3s are basically just the 4-door version and the M4 is just the coupe, which is the 2-door version. Yeah, in terms of differences, that's pretty much it. Like I said, same engine, same chassis, same everything, just 2 extra doors for the M3s, which you'd think would have a similar price or would be kind of the same money as the M4, but you'd be wrong. In Ireland, the F80s, and I guess all over the world, the F80 M3s are just a little bit more sought after. From what I've seen, they're just a bit more expensive. Similar spec, similar year and everything like that are a few grand to 10 grand more expensive than a comparable M4, which for me never really made sense. Like, why would I pick the same car but just pay 10 extra grand just to have the same car? I don't know. And I personally like the coupe better. I just think it looks sportier, it looks cooler, so it was just a no-brainer, honestly. But I still love the F80s. The rear hips on those, fat. But anyway, so yeah, next on the list is, this was actually my favorite, the F87 M2. So this is actually going to include the OG M2 and the M2 competition. So we'll start off with the OG M2. So basically, the OG M2, I think, started from 2016 to 2018. So the main difference between the OG M2 and the M2 competition is basically the engine. So the OG M2 came with the N55, so it's a 3-liter inline six. So the M55s are what came in the 35i cars, so the 135, 235, etc. But yeah, I really liked the OG M2. It was much cheaper to get in. The N55 sounded way better than the S55. Yeah, I really like those. I think they look really good. The front end just looks so aggressive. Smaller chassis, lighter chassis and everything like that. The only thing I didn't like about the OG M2 was just I don't know. I actually test drove one of those, and it just felt so small. It felt so cramped compared to the 4 Series, which I was moving off from. I don't know. The M2 just lacked that feeling of being inside an M car. Like, it didn't have the upgraded bucket seats that these cars have now. It just has the normal seats. It doesn't have the M modes, the M1, M2s. It doesn't have the carbon strip brace at the front. A lot of other things that would normally come on a M car, but just didn't come in the OG M2. But I guess they just did that to kind of separate themselves from the F80s and the F82s. So yeah, that's the reason why I didn't get an M2. Honestly, I was very, very close in getting one of those. I just thought they sounded so good. They just looked so good, and they were just cheaper to get in. So now, talking about the M2 competition, which started from 2019 onwards, they actually came with S55 that comes in these cars. So yeah, that was a big upgrade on BMW's part. But again, since it's a newer car, it just was a lot more money compared to an F82 M4. And even though the comp got a new engine, I still feel like the M4s and M3s were still better value. Like, the new M2s didn't even come with a carbon roof. And I just think the M3s and M4s just still look a little bit better, even though, you know, the M2 was newer and everything like that. So yeah, I just thought they looked more aggressive, to be honest. All right, now following up the M2, we have any B58 car. So basically what that means is any car that has a 40i on their name. So basically any 140i, 240i, 340i, 440i, 540i, blah, 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 40i. So yeah, any car that has a B58 engine. So yeah, the reasons why I was looking at one of those is, again, the money is just so easy to get in one of those. They're just so much cheaper. They're just such a good value, in my opinion. Like, if you want good power for the money, if you want a good daily that can gap anybody in the road, get a B58. They sound really good with a tune, with some downpipes. They just overall a really good car if you're in the market for a fast daily, or even just a fast sports car in general. Like, you can tune these to the moon and you could beat most cars on the road. But at the end of the day, it's just not an M car. Like you guys know, I came from a F32 4 Series. If I got a B58, that would just be the same car basically, but just a bigger engine, just a better engine. And I know people are gonna be mad when I say, oh, they're the same car. They basically are the same car, but just the engine's different. But like, yeah, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think for me, it just wasn't big enough of an upgrade to go into basically the same chassis car with just a bigger petrol engine. I would be going into the same interior, same seats, same everything. I just didn't think it was worth it for me, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong, I was very tempted by one car. I was tempted on a 540i. Such good spec, I literally had everything you can get from factory. Very good value car, very cheap. And yeah, I was this close, but yeah. Now, the last and I think the most unique car on this list is the Mustang GT. I bet you guys would probably be surprised that I even mentioned this car, but I had a little phase where I was absolutely obsessed with these GTs. They just sounded insane. The V8s in those, the S550s, I think, the engine in that, the exhaust. Yeah, I'd be watching TikToks and Reels, doing flybys, just doing drag races, and just listening to the exhaust. I could listen to the exhaust all day. I could literally listen to the exhaust while I sleep. And yeah, just the GTs in general, they're just so much more rare here in Ireland. Of course, it's an American car. You barely see American cars here. So the main reason why I didn't go for a Mustang GT is the motor tax in Ireland. So if you guys didn't know, you have to pay motor tax to basically be able to drive it on the roads here. And the motor tax for the Mustang GTs was €2,400 every single year. What the fuck?
What the hell? What the hell, Yante?
I was not paying $2,500 a year just to be able to drive a car. That is insane money. I think that is literally a rip-off. Compared to like €200 I was paying for my diesel. 2,400, nah bro. Was not happening. As well as that, MPG is dog. I have some friends and I know some people who drive these Mustang GTs and they're at gas stations like every single day, and considering this would have been my only car for like the first couple months. Nah, bro. Nah. And also just the interiors of those cars, they just look a little bit more dated. Like, you just can't beat the Germans, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Honorable mention, I also wanted to get a AMG C63. I don't know, I just thought they looked good. I've always liked those C-Class coupes. And yeah, I guess just to finish off, just wanted to go over why I chose the M4. I guess it's just a bunch of things put together. Like the look, I just think this car looks so good from all angles. It just looks so aggressive. And also the price of these in comparison to the other cars I mentioned is probably the best valued car in terms of power wise, features, driving capabilities, the handling and everything like that. I think it's just probably the best buy you can get, apart from the B58 maybe. Like daily driving wise, it's not the worst. On a motorway run, I could probably get like about 30 to 35 mpgs. And in the town, in like back roads, 20 to 25. To be honest, that's not that bad at all when you think about how much power this has. Can't complain. I've always liked BMWs, to be honest. Like ever since I was a kid, I always thought they were probably the best looking cars. Ever since I got my 4 Series, this M4 was always a dream of mine. Like I've always wanted to get one of these for the past couple of years. I've been working my ass off. I've been saving, doing my research. Yeah, I was able to finally get one, especially with the spec that I got. I don't think I could have done any better. So yeah guys, that'll wrap it up for this video. Let me know down in the comments if you guys think I made the right decision in buying this M4. I think I made the right decision. But yeah, if you guys like the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. We're 5 subscribers away from, I think, 250 subscribers. So, and yeah, let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me. I have a few more vlogs coming up. I have a vlog edited for the supercar drive that I was just on yesterday. That'll be a sick vlog. Make sure you guys tune in for that. Make sure you guys tune in for more videos to come. And yeah, peace.